Everybody in? All right, while they're filing in, I'll just say greetings to everyone. Normally we say good evening, but it's not a good evening. All right? Pretty shortly, the mayor, the PC, and the PBA will address you about the incident that took place tonight. After that, we'll take maybe 2 or 3 questions. Obviously, you can understand why. It's a very active investigation. Anybody with follow-up questions can always reach out to DCPI, okay? Without further ado, Mayor Eric Adams.
Thank you. We lost Jonathan tonight. And Stephanie, his wife, speaking with her was extremely impactful. It brought me back at the beginning of my term as mayor, speaking with the family members of Officer Rivera and Mora, and just feeling that intense pain, hoping that it was not true. It was because of a senseless act of violence that we witnessed a person had a total disregard for the safety of this city. Can I say it any clearer? It is the good guys against the bad guys. And these bad guys are violent. They carry guns. And the symbol of our public safety, which is that police uniform, they have a total disregard for. And this incident took place in a neighborhood. I learned just a few moments ago it was right outside of Councilwoman Savina Brooks Powers' office. And just watching people walk down the block as these dangerous individuals inflicted a level of violence that took the life of a police officer, of a husband, of a son. And we could see it as the role that police officers play every day as they move towards violence. But the reality is, this is a loved one that we lost, a young man. My heart goes out to Jonathan's family, Stephanie, and all that are in the room, giving them the support. This is a devastating moment, one of the most difficult processes I have as the mayor of the city of New York. It's my obligation to keep the men and women who wear that uniform safe. I want to thank my colleagues that came here today, District Attorney Eric Gonzalez, Borough President Donovan, and as I indicated, Councilwoman Savina Brooks Powers. And Senator Sanders also reached out to show his condolences for this family and for our city. We lost one of our sons today, and it is extremely painful. It's extremely painful. Commissioner.
This evening on a Queen Street, a uniformed New York City police officer was shot doing the job we asked him to do. He put himself in harm's way. He went towards the danger, all to keep the people we serve safe and to protect his fellow New Yorkers. Make no mistake, we should not be here right now. We should never be here praying for the life of an NYPD officer. But we are, and this is why. The information I'm about to share is preliminary and is subject to change as the investigation continues. At about 5:48 p.m., 2 officers, both assigned to the NYPD's critical response team, were conducting a vehicle stop at 1919 Mott Avenue. After approaching the car, the suspect inside the vehicle displayed a firearm and pointed it toward the officers. Shots were fired, and one of our officers was struck. At this time, we believe he was shot in the torso underneath his bullet-resistant vest. The officer's partner also fired, striking the suspect. Our officer was shot and was transported here to Jamaica Hospital in critical condition, where the doctors did everything they could. Tragically, they couldn't save him, and he succumbed to his injuries. Again, I want to thank the doctors and staff at Jamaica Hospital Medical Center, especially Dr. Lakowski, for his high level of care they always show to our officers. And we're here far too many times. This is a difficult moment. There'll be plenty of time for anger, grief, and for processing pain. But right now, our prayers are with our fallen officer's family, his fellow cops, and every member of the New York City Police Department. But most of all, they're with the officer himself. God bless him, God bless his family, and God bless every member of the NYPD. Thank you.
Right now, we need the prayers of every single New Yorker. This family upstairs, young wife, who's devastated. These police officers who packed the halls just lost a brother. Our hero police officer confronted this dangerous individual, knowing that he was putting himself at risk, knowing that he had a family waiting for him at home. But he did it to protect the people of this city. And we need every single New Yorker to be with this family. Why did this violent individual with the gun have no fear to shoot a New York City police officer? Why? Why did he feel that he could shoot a New York City police officer? These attacks on New York City police officers have to end right now. We have a family upstairs that's devastated. We have police officers in this hallway who have lost a brother. It has to end now. We need the support of all New Yorkers. It has to end. And please pray for this family. They need you so much right now.
We'll take just a few questions.
John Doyle.
We understand the suspect might have, there were two suspects in this case. One might have had a previous gun charge, one might be out on a gun charge on bail.
Chief.
One of the perpetrators, the driver of the car, did have a gun arrest back in April of 2023 and was out on the street.
Joe Marino, New York Post.
Hold on. April 2023, less than a year, gun charge. He's back on the streets. April 2023. This is what you call not a crime problem, a recidivist problem. Same bad people doing bad things to good people. Less than a year, he's back on the streets with another gun.
Joe Marino.
I know it's early, but do we know how the two individuals came to be in the same car? Were they associated previously at any point?
That's part of our investigation. We know that they were in the car together, and we know that they both have associations with people in Queens.
Okay. Rocco Parascondola, Denny Mills.
Chief, is it clear if anything was said between the cops and the suspects, A and B? What was the nature of the stop? Why were they?
It's very clear. He was asked to leave the car. He was given a lawful order numerous times to step out of the car. He refused. And when the officer took him out of the car, instead of stepping out of the car, he shot our officer.
This is the man who shot, not the driver.
The man that shot.
And is it clear what the car stop was for? Did they run a light or they wanted?
They were parked in a bus stop illegally.
All right, let's move on. The last question, Dean Moses.
Can you talk about the officer's history, how long he's been in the department?
He's been with the department 3 years. He has over 70 arrests. And this is the kind of officer, although shot, still stayed in the fight and was trying to unarm the person that had just shot him as he was on the floor. The gun hit the ground, and as the perpetrator was still reaching for it, this cop was able to grab it, although he was still shot.
All right, Mayor Adams will say
I want to also thank, I don't know if she's still here, but the Queens District Attorney joined us as well. We have to bury another cop. It's extremely, extremely painful for the city. We place this officer in the grave, replacing our symbol of public safety. That's what he stood for.
All right, thank you, everyone.